stand on rotten heels. All the chances I take to make it through the deals. Shaking all the time. The only thing so sweet is you burning on my mind. Through me all the time. Wasted years and years. Hoping I'd see you, my dear. Oh, miles and miles. So high. Waiting through the years. Pretending I'm laughing with you. Gone miles and miles. So high. Wasted years and years. Hoping I'd see you, my dear. Gone miles and miles. So high. Waited through the years. Pretending I'm sitting with you here. Gone miles and miles. So high.
Just keep going, guys. People are loving this, man. Loving it. Dude. Folk, Joe, can I ask you a question, Bill, before we...
Sure.
Can you talk about that fine line that exists between being a craftsman and being an artist, and how you basically have gotten to the point of being an authentic artist? Because you're not going out and playing top 40.
Doesn't really seem like it's a very fine line. It seems like it's fucking big.
No. I think a lot of people though need to know how big a divide it really is, because I think a lot of people think that they are being artists, but in fact they're really just craftsmen. So could you break that down?
Yeah, I don't really know what the difference is. Really, I don't know. I'm not. The craftsman thing is someone who toils and toils and toils at whatever they do. And,
look at me, baby.
And I do it every maybe 5 years. I get a batch of songs that come around or whatever. Most of the time, I'm just.
I think you do it. It just happens to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just happens. To me, anyway, it just happens. But
I mean, were you ever in a band where you were playing like formulaic stuff and where it was going through the motions, where you just...
Long time ago. Anymore, it's just, it's lucky to get it together with a bunch of guys and play what you made up a few days ago and make a song and, go to a bar and maybe do it there too, it's kind of, it's not, it's, I don't know, there's, I don't know, I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay, man. Can you play some Tony Joe White or some kind of doing something deep there, baby?
Yeah.
I hope Papa Molly's tuning in here because Bill Elm, dude. Bill Elm was in the house, baby. Freaking love it, dude. Dan Christian on drums, baby. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man.
Good to see you.
Out of water, and no shade ever came. I walked and wondered why you done me this way. I walk and I wonder why you doing me this way. So all these songs kind of come around like every 5 years when I break up with someone. And my relationships last about 5 years.
About 5 years, right?
And then the songs come, and they're all the same songs.
You mean the themes, the messages?
They're all about the same thing. They're all about the same thing, but somehow they get a little bit easier. Anyway. crossing on my mind. I'm going back down to Memphis to have a good time. I'll get killed on the roadside by a dog. Well, I'll get killed on the roadside by a drunken man.
Joe Pena, Bill Elm, Van Christian. Van, you want to talk about the kind of shuffle feel that you play with Joe Pena? I mean, it's not. This is not like Mickey Rourke or Joe Chambers on those Blue Note albums we were talking about. You know, it's a little more simple, but yet it swings.
I think it is like
How do you make it swing? How do you make it swing?
Well, I just do my best. And really, in this band, I do what he tells me to do. He's sort of...
he's an autocrat?
Yeah, he actually sometimes says, hey, give me the sticks, I'll show you how to do that. It's kind of a drag, but...
That's touch.
I just do, what I think the song calls for. And definitely some of the two songs we played so far have, little nice long intros and
I love it. It's just so burning, like prairies and mount. I mean, it's so many visuals.
Yeah, and the band is a pretty dynamic band, really. And Joe plays a lot of different shows, so a lot of different situations like this, or with a big PA and big loud instruments, or no PA and no instruments. So, it's a versatile in that way. I'll say that.
Well, we're looking. The crowd is enjoying it thoroughly, Mr. Pena. So maybe play a little shuffle, maybe whatever you're feeling.
Yeah.
The other two songs have been a little bit about a little morose,
Really, well.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
Okay, I got a song that's got some actual words to it.
All right, good.
Okay.
People are asking what he's saying, so.
Yeah. Well, it's just blues in the air.
Joe Pena in a trio form in this Friday morning. That was understandable.
How about Top Block?
Yeah, I'm a capo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. It's 11, right? No?
Yeah, we're getting on there. It's somewhere between 10 and 11. But yeah, you guys are cooking.
Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Thanks. I don't know what.
You got any tunes with no vocals? Or just improvisational, where you can just kind of leave the head and go?
Is that bad?
No, I'm just saying. I get off on the instrumental stuff. I'm more I'm just the instrumental cat.
Yeah.
But no, if not, don't worry.
Yeah, there is some, but we never really.
Well, why don't you break it out? This is this is the. Joe, I know you're a humble cat, but I want you to talk about, if you could talk to the audience about how important it is, you know, with a solo or with songwriting, having to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and ultimately how you develop that in your songwriting.
I don't know how.
You don't know. Again, you don't know.
I don't know how important it is, really. I try to get away with a song that just the same thing over and over again, like 3 chords.
Right.
And just the melody changes from the verses to the choruses, just to change them up a little bit. For me, it just seems like how I don't like to think about songwriting too much. I mean, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, then I put it away and I don't think about it. But what works for me is that, I get a feeling and I drone on a chord progression that just seems to go over and over and over again. It's hard for me to come out of that, to think about, if I start thinking about, what am I going to change? What it needs to change. Then I'm thinking too much about it. For me, that's I don't really.
I dig.
That to me is too much work.
What about your indigenous? Like, were you busking at any point in the world?
No, I've never been brave enough to do that.
What about your travels though? Some of
Yeah, we did it one time. We were really drunk and we decided to go to 4th Avenue where no one.
Oh, really? I mean,
that underground 6th Bridge, whatever that was. Yeah.
Okay, that's almost.
We went to a place we knew no one would be.
Right.
So it was just fun for us to see what it would sound like, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a good time. But no, we haven't really done that.
Have you found yourself in different? I mean, you have a gypsy. There's sometimes I hear a gypsy style coming out of your guitars. Have you been to the motherland of Africa or the Middle East? Have you traveled anywhere?
No, not really. Haven't really done any travel.
Dude, I love how this guy is just as simple as it comes, man.
You gotta go find your roots and lift the wing.
Oh yeah, I gotta do.
Bill, let me ask you, Bill. Why did you choose to leave Austin?
That's a long story.
Right, but you came to Tucson. So tell me a little bit about
Well, I've lived in Tucson previously.
That's so long.
It can be long. I can make it long.
Well, can you? I mean, here's the better question. Couldn't you talk about the music scene in Tucson as it relates to Austin? Because it
doesn't relate. Basically, I mean, Tucson's got a lot of great musicians. There's a lot of talent here. There's a lot of potential for things, but quite frankly, people don't value live music.
And when you say value, you're talking about club owners. It's a pay-to-play mentality.
Well, I'm not going to attack club owners, but I mean, I think that the mentality here with nightlife is not paying a cover charge, and that makes it difficult for musicians to make any money.
Sing for their supper.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, you can sing for your supper, but your supper's about all you get. You're paying rent doing it. And whereas Austin, there's obviously a more of a premium placed on the talent, and it's supported. And that's not to bag on Tucson at all, but it's just a fact. I mean, 20 years ago when I lived here, I made 30 times the money that I make now playing.
There were a lot more clubs.
And I'm talking about like $1,000 as opposed to $30. So. You know what I mean? There were less clubs, there were less people going out, there was less of everything. But I mean, this is also the problem with, I shouldn't say problem, it's the new development with what's happening to music and the whole industry is that there's too much of it and less of a value is placed on it. People's attention spans are shorter. When I was in high school, I had 30 records. I was listening to music 24/7. Now I've got Spotify on my phone, and I can't find anything to listen to sometimes. It's bizarre.
What do you think about the word play? Do you think that by playing that insinuates that it's not a profession?
What do you mean play?
Play music. Let me say. I mean, I talk to
I play music. I don't consider it performing.
A lot of cats would say, "I'm not playing, man. I'm not playing music. This is my gig. This is a profession." I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm saying, have we reached a point where the music, which was once seen, musicians, Dizzy Gillespie was held in the same regard as lawyers and doctors were in the 50s when he was creating his own language of music. And now you look at it and you say, okay, you can pay to play, or you can play for the door. And a lot of cats from the old school, they say, we're not playing, man. We're not fucking around. And I'm just saying, has music become, is it not quantifiable, so therefore it's hard to...
Well...
you just riff on it any way you want.
No, I'm just saying music is free now. Music is free.
Music is free.
People don't pay for it, so I think it's a different mentality towards music. Number one, then going back to what you said about craftsman versus artist. I play because it's something that I'm going to do, no matter if I'm getting paid for it or not. That to me is somebody who is an artist and will do it no matter what. Craftsman's out there to make money.
I dig. Van, you want to riff on that? You have any thoughts? I mean, you've been around the world.
He's got lots of thoughts.
I mean, yeah, you.
Yeah, I lost about that. I mean, I don't know. I think it's not true. People in Tucson will pay, and they'll pay a lot of money to get into a club as long as they're relatively assured that no musician is going to make any money. They'll pay a big club.
I thought you were going to say that they know exactly what the set list is going to be, and it's going to be, you know,
sure that it's a benefit and that the band is not being paid.
Okay.
Put out 20, 30, 40 bucks, whatever. Yeah. But they think the band's getting paid. They're like, I don't want to pay a cover. We're going up the street. You know? It's like a big funnel with a bunch of money in it, and the musicians are at the bottom. They're trying to have it spit out a couple coins, but it's bad. I've never made any money in this business ever. I mean, period. And I don't. God knows why I do it. I don't know why I do it. I really don't know why I do this.
Well, a lot of cats would say that they would spiritually die if they didn't play their music because that's how much they love
That's
it.
what I mean. The difference between it's playing.
Yeah, and the word play is just a different connotation when you're talking about playing music and you know, playing at something like a board game or something.
Sure.
I mean, like professional athletes also play. You know, they play their game.
Sure.
And they're not fucking around either, you know.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is that, I don't know, it's a little pretentious to say every time I touch my instrument I'm performing.
No, it's an intellectual property though. Greg Rowley, I was transcribing that interview. He's like, you know, it's easy now for Daddy to come into a bar and say, my son's band can play here. I'll drop some money here, and then that's how they play. But you haven't earned anything. In the past, those cats would have to go audition. Okay, you would either make the cut, you'd be sent home,
Yeah.
or you make.
I mean, I'm also speaking from a perspective where I supported myself for almost 20 years doing music. My last professional project sold 17 million copies. I had success.
I guess that comes to the point where I'm saying is.
I'm not, you know, I guess a bitter musician sitting in the corner of the restaurant who wishes that he would be more appreciated.
I am.
No, but here, well, without getting into the long story of it, though, it would strike me as odd that for somebody who is passionate about a profession of music as you are, that you would leave a bastion, a flyover town like Austin, which is a hotbed of musical activity, and come back to a place like Tucson, which the funnels down only at the end does the musician get paid. So I'm just trying to square that circle.
Well, because and I think what I'm getting at is it's not, and this goes back to the, you know, some people are going to play no matter what. I mean, it's what they do, and some people are concerned about it being their career and their business. And quite frankly, I didn't enjoy music as much when it was my business. I didn't enjoy playing or performing as much. You know, leaving Austin was totally had really nothing to do with music or not. But leaving the music business,
It was a burn.
Is no, I mean to what end? I mean, what do you consider when you know? I mean, what do you consider like the end goal, and consider that you've achieved what you set out to do? I mean, I recorded Ring of Fire with June Carter. We did a video on MTV. We're in Rolling Stone. I created a soundtrack for a video game. Won every freaking award I possibly could. It was, you know, it was immensely. When they used my music at the OK Corral for their gunfights, you know.
Nice.
That I,
Second Amendment right there.
But I mean, at what point do you get tired of being burned by labels and not, you know, and just you get sick of dealing with it. It's not a complaint about the industry. It's not like, oh, I was underappreciated. It's like, at what point do you just, you know, say, hey, I got 20 years to do another career now. That was totally fun. I'm still going to play. I'm still going to record. I'm still going to create, but I'm not going to put my focus into an industry that's not appreciating the people who make their money off of.
Joe, you have any thoughts on this?
Got a lot of them, but they kind of all get in there, and I can't really.
Dude, you are so good at ducking out of this stuff. Thank you to Bill Elm and Van for actually picking up the slack. We won't talk. You guys can play. Play what you feel. Play what you want. You're appreciated here on the Jake Feinberg Show.
Hey, thanks for having us, man.
Live on Powered. We're having a ball, man.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
I don't really know.
Channeling a lot of David Allen Coe today.
I think that's pretty much all I got, man.
I dig it, man.
Thanks.
People are loving it, dude.
Oh yeah, that's that one. is awesome.
You having a ball?
I'm having a blast.
Okay, well, that's good. I mean, because you're not articulating verbally, but you're on fire on the harp and the guitar.
Yeah.
Joe Pena, folks.
Thanks.
Bill Elm, Ben Christian. Pancho Hernandez just joined. Let's keep going. We're cooking here. Momentum is grooving with Joe. broadcasting live on Power Talk, Worldwide Extraterrestrial Radio, and live here on Facebook Live. And Bill Elm, do you have any original tunes you can play?
He does, actually.
Yeah, I know he does. Papa Molly's watching. Papa Molly's tuning in.
I don't know any of your songs.
Cowbell. It's all right.
You might be able to do anything. Look at slow.
I wrote that one back in the 1700s. I'm joking.
You just want to talk a little bit about how you met Papa Molly, because he's a dear friend of mine.
Oh yeah. Well, I was living in Austin, and I did sound at the Continental Club, and he used to play there every Tuesday night. And
In a different group though, not.
well, it was it was Papa Molly. Yeah, it was right around the time that he did, at least that I was working. I mean, he'd been playing for forever around
Right.
Austin, but it was right around the time he was doing the Thunder Chicken record, and it's just incredible. I mean, but that's what you get in Austin too, is you get nice Tuesday night, and you're going out and seeing like world class talent, playing. Yeah, I'm not going to say that he was not appreciated or anything, but it wasn't exactly a hopping night with everybody out there catching the.
So over
great music.
No, I did.
Yeah.
I mean, over time, he's like, Bill, let's put something together. I mean, how did your band come about?
I don't remember. I mean, we started talking. He's a heck of a nice guy. I mean, we like a lot of the same things. I really I really dig his sound and his style, and he's a great dude. And so I had my own instrumental band, and I don't know what exactly. How it happened, but started putting together this little weird.
Yeah, I want to hear the instrumentation in this
weird little-
band.
Well, it was drums with very looper machines, basically, but not. We're not talking very fancy stuff here. Very precise equipment. It was just basically a completely free form
I love it so.
band, and some of the rehearsal tapes. I mean, yeah, we had no songs. It was just kind of start playing and see what happens. And I played a couple of keyboards and steel guitar, and the drummer, I think he had a couple of keyboards. We both had looping pedals, and Papa Molly played an omnichord through a bunch of really cool stuff. He could make it sound like an orchestra.
Just for the audience out there, the omnichord is a auto harp. Did you say?
It's like an electric auto harp.
An electric auto harp.
It's a combination. I mean, it's got the buttons for the chords on it and a little pad that you strum, but it's basically like a Casio keyboard, except that it does some really cool things. And anyway, he was doing some really cool stuff, and we played South by Southwest a couple of times. I'm not sure how many official shows we actually did, but it was fun. And then we had always talked about working together on something more than that, and life takes over, and he got busy really.
Yeah. Well, he got busy with Billy Kreutzmann and those cats.
Well, even before that, though, with Papa Molly, I mean, he started doing quite a bit of touring and getting out of Austin more than he had been.
Sure.
Previous to that, and
we're going to get him to Tucson to play with Bill Elm again, dude. Because this is absolutely essential.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, he's He's one of a kind.
You know what? It's just, you know what? He's an amazing player, but he's a better human being, and I think that's the coolest part about you being able to be in Austin with those. You know, you might say they're world class musicians, but their feet are firmly. Most of them, their feet are still on the ground. You know?
Yeah, and that's the. You know, I mean, that's what you get in Austin. I mean, it's not a. Well, I mean, yeah, you've just got that caliber all around you, and I think it drives everyone, and it's inspiring, and that's, I think, the difference between Austin and, say, Tucson is the lack of inspiration just all around.
That's the word, is inspiration.
Yeah.
And maybe, and it's the temperature's not that different. It's not like the heat's sapping people out, you know.
Yeah.
It's just more of a mindset, you know.
Yeah, and it's and that's the thing. I mean, not just with music, but in Austin, I mean, just supporting local. I mean, people are proud to be from Austin. They're proud of the local stuff that they have, and they make those local things a success. And that applies to music, restaurants, business, everything. I mean, it's just people are happy to be in Austin, happy to make it nicer, and that's, again, not anything negative about Tucson.
No.
It's more of a. It's amazing after being gone for almost 20 years and coming back, how little had really changed. But then a lot had changed. I mean, downtown is getting, it's getting cool. There's stuff going on.
No, it's going to be 10, 15 years from now. It's really, but
the other thing I will say about different.
Oh, their compadres came back.
Austin,
Hey guys.
High and dry.
Tucson has always been a place that people, it seems like, end up as opposed to, being from there. I think
That's me. Yeah, that's
a difference when people are proud to be from Texas and proud to be from Austin, and you've got a lot of people who just, Tucson was built around snowbirds and people who came down here after,
And let's face it, you only got a lot of the population's not here 12 months out of the year.
Yeah.
So there's a transient element to it.
But I think that's been turning over in the last 20 years, though, too, and that's why you're seeing more enthusiasm about what's going on here.
Can you just riff on why you like playing with Pena so much? If you do, I don't know. I mean, he's just not a loquacious cat,
Yeah. No, I mean, he's my brother. We were just so born in...
Loquacious Joe.
I'm from Texas.
You're from the Republic of Texas?
Yeah, I'm from Austin and Elgin, Texas, and grew up with a bunch of musicians.
Wow.
My dad's a jazz blues player. He's a badass, and my grandfather and shit like that. I think so Bill, we come from we have a lot in common. Van, we just.
My dad was a gynecologist. A lot of openings in that field, I think.
I think it comes down to. You have to wait till it warm for that. Sensibility. And I think that's when you make a connection with someone you play with, it's because you have similar sensibility, and you end up, just naturally, meeting on a certain plane that's you can't do with just anyone. And
we've known each other since fucking high school.
Oh yeah, no.
So you guys go back to you guys were playing the Stumble Shuffles and all that.
Here.
Oh, in Tucson.
Yeah, here in Tucson.
Boy, I'm still trying to get the chronology together here.
What's that?
You guys traveled through Texas playing together, though?
We traveled to Texas, and
we got lost.
Well, we got a few more minutes, so let's keep going with the tunes here, Pena. I'm having a ball.
Man, thanks a lot, man. Thank you so much. It's really
No, it's my honor, dude. This is therapy and cathartic for me in my own way. So, and it's a different bag of music, especially from the hybrid jazz funk that I normally get into, but that I get off on rather.
Yeah. Anyway, I really don't know.
He's only got about 100 songs he could play.
Yeah. People are still joining here. Continue to stream and comment. Joe Pena, Bill Elm, Van Christian. Sensibility, right?
This song, this key.
I'm gonna get my name up in them lights. I'm gonna make me a whole lot of money. I'm gonna ride right back here to the start. Well, I'll be back, don't you worry. Oh,
Uno más.
Oh, come on.
And then we'll call it a day. I've exhausted your bag. I mean, you got a deep bag, dude.
You did a capo, man.
Yeah,
Put the capo on the bag.
Stuff, man.
You got two
Can you talk, Joe? Can you just talk about to the audience about the capo, what it is, and why it's depriving you of doing certain
There's the
stuff?
thing you put on the guitar that keeps and changes the key. I could do the song in this key, I guess. Fuck it.
It's all over now, baby blue.
Okay. I don't know my notes.
Right, it's all right.
All these years, I mean,
It's all right.
I'm a drummer, dude. Okay, but
Jeez, you want to get on the kit?
It's amazing.
No, dude, I bet. Blowing away the blues here on the Jake Feinberg Show. Joe Pena, thank you, my brother. Just talk. Where are your next couple gigs? You want to promote a little bit? Where are you
playing tonight at Phoenix and Dry River Yacht Club. At Yucca Tap Room in Tempe.
I did, yeah.
Tempe, and then we have a gig at the Coronet. Tap and Bottle on the 17th, and then I think the 24th at the Coronet. Coronet's a really cool little spot on 4th Avenue restaurant thing. We kind of keep it low. They don't tell us to turn down too much. So
the Coronet Club, that was an old school. That sounds like I've never been there.
Used to be the Coronado Hotel.
I dig.
Yeah, right on the corner there. Yeah, it's a really cool spot. So we really like playing there. That's gonna be usually fun. It's good food, good wine.
Bill Elm, Val Christian, thank you so much, guys, for coming in today.
Val.
That's hot.
It's Van, actually. Yeah.
Van Christian.
Val's
Val
good.
better, man.
I like
Missing
Val
out.
better.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you for being part of the program. Much love to you.
Really appreciate it.
All right,
Thanks for
guys.
having us.
Thanks for having
I
us.
appreciate it. Peace.